At this time, I'd like to introduce the Eagles. Starting for the Eagles, at guard, number 4, Kenneth Whittam. At forward, number 24, Shannon Ryan. At guard, number 25, Grace Kelly. At forward, number 33, Alicia Barco. At forward, number 44, Emily Anderson. The Eagles are coached by Coach Greg Waters. And now for the Cougars. Starting for the Cougars at guard, number 4, Hayden Sample. At guard, number 5, Taylor Raptor. At guard, number 34, Emily Campbell. At forward, number 24, Jalen Howell. At center, number 41, Taylor Carter. The Cougars are coached by Coach Frank Jonas and assisted by Courtney Courier. Your officials for tonight's game are Mr. Morelli and Mr. Gay. Please rise and remove all headgear for the playing of the national anthem.
Technical difficulties. Have a great game.
I don't know who. Oh, Alex. Oh, I guess so. It's only 16, just turned 16 in 12th of December.
Are we on the air?
We're on the air.
All right, folks. Welcome to Hometown Cable's presentation of Northern Basketball League Girls Varsity Basketball, coming to you from Northeastern Clinton Central School this Friday evening, January 10th, 2014. The Cougars of Northeastern Clinton are hosting the Eagles of Beekmantown Central School. Game just underway. Game just underway, and off the opening tip-up, Kenneth Gwinnett scores for the Eagles to give them an early 2-point lead. Here's Carter inside, and she turns and banks one in. And during that exchange, Shannon Ryan picks up her first foul on a backcourt, on a away from the ball foul. Here's Carter again. Here's Rao for 2, but that one's way too long. Ryan comes down with the rebound. And that one, Gwinnett goes to the hole, but can't finish, and we got another foul underneath. This one's going to go against number 44, Emily Anderson. Let's see if we can't set the lineup for you here. Beekmantown in a full court pressure right off, and Peyton Sample throws the ball away underneath. Gwinnett has the ball and can't finish underneath. So that pressure creates a turnover right away, as the first time the Cougars have an inbound play. The Eagles are up on a full court press, and the Cougars throw the ball away, and Gwinnett will be at the line to shoot 2. First one is a little bit long. So let me get the lineups for you here. For the Cougars is number 4 is Peyton Sample, number 24 Shaylin Rao, number 5 is Taylor Rabideau, number 34 is Emily Sample, number 41 is Kayla Carter. And Gwinnett's second free throw is up and good. For the Eagles, number 25 is Grace Kelly, number 24 is Shannon Ryan, number 44 is Emily Anderson, number 4, who has all the points at this point, is Kenneth Gwinnett, and number 33 is Alicia Barcombe. Here's Rabideau on the drive. She kicks it out for Carter. Carter, short-range jumper, knocks it in. And here's the Cougars with a little bit of pressure, but the Eagles break that Anderson inside, and I'm sorry, Ryan inside with a nice feed from Gwinnett, and she banks one home. Anybody who's used to watching Shannon Ryan play will see a lot of that and a lot of those block shots as well, as she is one of the standout players in the Northern Basketball League. Rabidou. All right, Cougars looking to set up an offensive play here. Eagles in a man-to-man D. Sample tries to feed it inside for Rabidou. She can't find the handle, and the ball gets turned over. And here come the Eagles, but that ball gets turned over. There's a lead pass up for Emily Sample, and that one goes out of bounds. Cougars were looking for the tip, but didn't happen, and the Eagles will take over. 5:53 to play here in the so far action-packed first quarter. And the Eagles throw the ball away. So turnover after turnover so far as both teams try to settle in this much anticipated matchup of here's Emily Sample, takes it to the rack, a little bit too short. That shot was contested by Ryan, but she gets the rebound and pushes it out for Gwinnett. Rabidou on the D, and looks like the Eagles are going to get called for another foul away from the ball, as Barcombe gets called for the moving screen, and the Cougars will take over. Carter with another mid-range jumper, knocks that one down, so she's showing her versatility as not only a post player, but able to knock down the open jumpers if they're going to give it to her. And here's another lob inside for Ryan, and that play is going to work all night long, and they got to figure out a way to slow that down. And Rao can't finish on a nice feed. Ryan with another rebound. Kelly works off the screen. Kelly drives, takes it to the foul line, puts the shot up a little bit too strong. Sample gets her hand on it but can't control it, and it goes out of bounds. So the Eagles will have it with a fresh shot clock and up by 1 point with 4:40 to go here in this so far action-packed first quarter. Here's Gwinnett on the drive. She rolls it up, it won't fall. Ryan with an offensive rebound and a putback. Already 6 points and 4 rebounds for Shannon Ryan as she pushes the lead up to 3 for the Eagles. Here's Rao with an open look, and that one goes. So the Cougars so far looking like they're going to take their opportunities from outside the paint. There's a turnover. Emily Sample picks up the loose ball and drops it in. So 4 quick points for the Cougars to put them up by 1 midway through this first quarter of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School. This one is popped inside for Ryan, but Carter makes a nice play there. There's a block shot on the drive. And Rabidou's turnaround shot won't fall. The Eagles come away with the rebound. Here's Gwinnett for 3. That one's long. Ryan with the rebound, and she gets fouled. So Shannon Ryan will be at the line to shoot 2 here with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ryan with the bulk of the offense, as one would expect at this point. First shot is up, and that one is rims out. Coach Waters goes to the bench, puts in number 10, Christine McKinley, and I'm not certain of the other one. Number 1 is Tori Barrett, and we got a timeout on the floor. Okay, we're out of the timeout. We got a little clerical issue going on here with the officials at the scorer's table. And maybe don't have somebody in the book, quite possibly. Anyway, 10-9 the score in favor of the Cougars. And we will await final word here. Okay, looks like Beekmantown is going to be assessed a technical foul here. I'm guessing that the player that was not entered in the official scorebook entered the game, and thus creating the technical situation here. So Kayla Carter will be at the line to shoot the technical fouls. I'm guessing that they will then give the live foul shot to Shannon Ryan, and then after that I would assume that the Cougars would get the ball back, but we will have to wait and see how this all plays out. It's pretty quiet in here. And the second of the technicals is on its way and knocks that one down. So that'll bring the ball back down to the other end where we were before the timeout. So Ryan will have one shot here to finish that off, and the Cougars have the ball. Here's Rabideau with it. Rao with an open look, and that one's good. So the Cougars able to get the ball down the court and find the open player. There's Emily Sample with another steal, and she lays that one in. So Sample gets 4 quick points off of turnovers, and Cougars with some good pressure here have created some havoc, and Barrett gets called for the travel. So the Cougars will have another opportunity here with the turnover, up by 5 here with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. So this full court pressure defense by the Cougars has got the Eagles a little bit frustrated and a little bit out of their sorts, not able to get the ball up in the front court where they're most powerful. Here's Rabideau. She's going to drive, puts up a shot, a little bit too strong. Good work there by Emily Sample to battle for that rebound, but she was out of bounds, so Eagles will inbound against the pressure. Gets it in for Kelly. This is McKinley, and Barrett finally gets it. So back to Kelly at the point. Now they're able to set up that half-court offense. There's that lob inside, and Carter's going to get called for the foul. So she's got to probably not do much of that, or she's not going to be around for very long, but has managed to get through the first 5.5 minutes without any fouls. But now Shannon Ryan will be at the line once again to see if she can't finish the three-point play, and does. So 10 points for Shannon Ryan here early on. There's Rabideau over for Carter. Carter takes it to the rack, a little bit too strong. Long rebound comes out for Peyton Sample, and they're going to reset the offense here. Just 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Here's Carter, and that one's going to go just a little bit too long and go out of bounds. So once again, the length of Shannon Ryan disrupted that play and caused the turnover. So under 2 minutes to play. Eagles with a inbound, and Sample gets a hand on that, and Peyton Sample picks up the mess. So once again, another turnover off an inbound play. Here's Emily Sample with a set shot that won't fall. Rabideau with a nice offensive rebound. That one gets blocked inside. Outlet to Kelly. Kelly gets cut off there by Sample. Sends it inside. Good defense there. Tries to dish it off for Anderson, but Barrett picks up the mess, and the ball goes out of bounds. And it looked like it wanted to go for the Eagles, but Coach referee Morelli, by the way, I should mention who the referees are for this evening, is Andy Gay and Andy Morelli. That pass doesn't look like that's going to hit its target, so the full court pressure each way has created turnovers on both sides. So Kelly pushes it up for Barrett. That play was at midcourt. Kelly's going to drive the lane, but the foul's going to be called before the shot. And Peyton Sample is going to get called for the hand check. And the Eagles will inbound. That's 4 team fouls on the Cougars, 3 on the, and there's an entry pass that's a little bit off target. So once again, the Eagles turn the ball over. And the Cougars will have an opportunity here against the full court pressure. Sample gets it back for Rabideau. Rabideau gets it up for Sample across court. Paola is in the contest. That one's a little bit short. Nice rebound there by Emily Sample. And she kicks it out, and the Cougars can reset here. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Cougars with a 2-point lead. Christina Paola, who has checked into the contest during the last timeout. She's going to take the shot, and that one's good. A 3-pointer by Christina Paola off the bench has pushed the Cougar lead up to 5 here with 40 seconds to go. Sample guarding Kelly off that screen. Here's and Paola's going to get called for the foul underneath before the shot. So the Eagles will have a baseline inbound under their own basket. That one comes out. Sample picks it off. And here come the Cougars. Over for Emily Sample. Thinks about it, but then sends the ball over to the baseline, and nobody there to pick that one up. So Cougars a little bit anxious on that end, and probably could have taken a little bit more time to set up a play, but did not, and give the ball back over to the Eagles, who can hold for the last shot of this quarter if they so desire. That one tries to go inside for Ryan, but the pass is errant. And here comes Peyton Sample trying to chase down a long pass. So Cougars with both teams with a fair amount of turnovers here in a somewhat sloppy and very fast-paced first quarter. Here's Kelly with it. And she lobs it up front. Ryan's going to put up a shot at the buzzer that hits the rim but won't fall. So after 8 pretty frantic minutes here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars with a 5-point lead, 18-13.
He's a pro.
Okay, start of the second quarter. Cougars with a 5-point lead and the ball. Rabideau. Here's Emily Sample. Drives the lane, puts the shot up, and it's blocked, but she is out of bounds. So Ryan with another block shot. I give her 3 on that so far, and keeping track of her rebound. I may have missed 1 or 2 in the first quarter, but again with the bulk of the offense. Here's Anderson inside. She turns around and knocks down her first 2 points of the contest. Rabideau. Here's Carter. She dribbles, kicks it back out for Sample. That one's a little bit too strong. Carter works for the rebound, and we got a held ball underneath. And that's going to go over to the Eagles on the alternating possession. The Eagles have the, I'm sorry, oh, there's a new entrant. That's number 15 is Courtney Gwinnett, has checked into the contest for the Eagles. The Cougars going with their original starting 5. Here's Emily Sample on the drive, loses control of the ball and chucks it out of bounds. We got a substitution. Number 13 is Sierra Gagno has checked into the contest for the Cougars. Well, Emily Sample gets the rest. This one comes in for Gwinnett. Gwinnett drives, puts it in for Ryan, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Eagles. So once again, a baseline out of bounds play. Comes out for Courtney Gwinnett, and that one's going to be a foul underneath. That's going to be 16 fouls on the Cougars. Looks like that one is going to go on. It's going to go on Carter, who now has 3 fouls. So there's a good defense there by Rao. And Carter comes up with the defense, so with a rebound. So good stop there by the Cougars, but then Rabideau gets called for the travel on the other end. Coach Dumas goes to the bench and puts his starting center down with 3 fouls and better than 6 minutes to go here in the half. There's a home run pass, comes all the way down for Ryan. Tries to push it out for Anderson, but it's swatted away by Rao, but Gwinnett is there to pick up that mess. And that pass goes all the way over for the other Gwinnett, and we got a foul on the play. So Courtney Gwinnett will be at the line to shoot 2, even though I don't think that was a shot, but doesn't really matter. And that one comes off the front of the rim. Grace Kelly will check back into the contest for the Eagles. And Gwinnett will line up for her second shot. And the second one is up and good. His Sample off the screen, tries to get it back over for Gagno. That one gets deflected. Gagno drives the lane, puts it in, gets blocked. Paola picks up the loose, and Ryan blocks that one. So in a one trip down, two block shots by Ryan. There's a 3-point effort by Kelly. Gets a nice friendly bounce and drops in, and the Eagles have taken a 1-point lead here as they've outscored the Cougars so far in this quarter by a margin of 6-0. There's a ball that's on the floor. It gets tied up, and Cougars will have this one. 5:11 to play here in the first half, and the action has not slowed down one bit. Cougars yet to score a basket here in this quarter. Looking for some way to get some offense going. Here's Sample. Out for Gagno. Gagno's going to fire up the 3. That one's long. Anderson with the rebound. And she gives it off for Kelly. Kelly works off the screen. Sets it up for Gwinnett. Gwinnett inside for Ryan. Ryan's doubled there, but makes a nice turn and knocks that down. And we got a timeout on the floor. So with 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the first half, the Eagles have taken a 3-point lead. All right, we're going to get back at it here out of the timeout. And here's Rabideau on the drive, kicks it out for Rao, and she's going to get called for the travel. So Cougars turn that ball over again, and Eagles on a 8-0 run at this point. And they turn the ball over, so give the Cougars an opportunity here to stop the bleeding if they can. Here's Rao. She turns around, puts the shot up that hits nothing. Going up with the rebound, works off of the screen. Sample on the D. And there's Barcombe from the elbow. That one won't fall. Falls on the floor. We got it all tied up again. And the Eagles will have it. Number 10, Christine McKinley checks into the contest, and Barcombe will get the rest. Pass a little bit too long, but no Cougars back there to pick that one up. Gwinnett has it, drives the lane, and looks like Gagno's going to pick up her second foul on the drive, and that's going to put the Eagles on the line to shoot 1-1 as the Cougars are over the limit. And the first one is good. And they actually called a two-shot foul on that one. And the second one is up, and that one rolls off. There's Gagno for three, and that one drops. So finally the Cougars stop the bleeding here and knock down the three and bring it back to a one-point game as Gwinnett on the drive. That won't fall. Anderson with Ryan with a nice offensive rebound and a putback. She's got 14 points and 6 rebounds so far here in the first half. So here's Rao. She turns, puts it off the glass, and won't fall. Ryan with another rebound, and she gives it over, and Kelly has the ball now. We got about 3 minutes to play here in the half. Here's Ryan at the foul line, tries to get it inside for Barrett, but Rao is there to pick that one up, and she gives it over for Gagno, and the Cougars will see if they can't get an offense set up. Here's Rabideau, loses the handle on it. Inside for Rao. Rao is triple team there, and we're going to have a foul on the play. Christine McKinley will be tagged with the foul there, and the Cougars will inbound under their own basket as both teams go to the bench. Number 44, Emily Anderson, checks back in for the Beagles for the Eagles. And number 34, Emily Sample comes back in. Shaylin Rao on a nice turnaround shot on the inbounds play, picked up her 6th point, and have put the Cougars in the lead. There's a shot that comes loose. Gagno with the rebound. And the Cougars looking for, see if they can't set up some kind of an offense. Been doing pretty well with Carter on the bench. Here's Gagno for another three. That one gets blocked by Ryan. So Kelly will set this up. It's in for McKinley. That one rolls around and won't fall. And Ryan with an offensive rebound, and she gets fouled on the putback, so she'll be at the line to shoot 2 with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Ryan makes good on the first. And the second one is on its way, and that one's a little bit too long. Gagno with the rebound. Here's Sample for Gagno. And Ryan's going to get called for the reach around foul. And still not in the bonus, so the Cougars will be inbounding. It's 2 on Ryan. She had her first one in the first 30 seconds of the game. blocked. Rao again. Ryan blocks that one as well. Hard to believe no contact on either one of those, but and that one was intercepted on the pass underneath. And we got a timeout on the play, so Coach Dumas wisely calling a timeout, as his guards were having a little bit of a difficult time controlling that ball, but get the timeout called just in time. And we got a minute 20 seconds showing on the clock here, and the Eagles with a 2-point lead. Out of the timeout. Eagles still pressuring. Rabideau brings it up. Inside for Rao. Turn around there. Anderson with another, Ryan with another block. Here's Kelly. Has it out for Gwinnett. Gwinnett with an open look at a three. That one gets partially blocked. Nice box out there by Rao. And it looks like Ryan's going to pick up her third foul on a nice box out there by Shaylin Rao. And Coach Waters will take his star player out and put her on the bench with 3 fouls and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Can't afford to have her pick up that 4th foul needlessly. Here's Paola. Drives in. Tries to give it off for Rao. Rao does. And Cougars will reset. Got about 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Rao. Rao with a hard shot off the backboard, and it's rebounded there by McKinley. And Kelly will bring it up. Here's Kelly. Inside for Anderson. Anderson turns. Nice feed there. And number 23 is Gabrielle Rowell, who's checked into the contest. And nice feed by Anderson there. And we got a foul on the shot. And the decision now is whether she was attempting a 3-pointer or not. And either way, Christina Paola will be at the line. And we're going to find out here in a second. She is out there to shoot 3. So Paola with an opportunity here, but misses on the first. Second one is on its way. That one looks like it's a little bit too strong. And the third one will be a violation as the shooter moved out of her block on the foul line. And that shot goes up at the buzzer and won't fall. So after 16 minutes of play here at Northeastern Clinton, Beekmantown uses a 14-5 run here in the second quarter to take a 4-point lead into halftime. Okay, folks, we are ready for the second half of action here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, with the Cougars hosting the Eagles of Beekmantown Central. The first half ended with a Beekmantown in a pretty decent run to take a 4-point advantage into halftime. Here's Gwinnett for 3, and she knocks it down, give her 7 points. And that pushes the Eagle lead up to 7 here. So the Cougars need to answer with something better than what they did in the second quarter. Here's Emily Sample. That one's a little bit too strong. Tries to follow it, but it gets tapped away. Here's Gwinnett on the drive. That one won't fall. And Carter with a nice strong rebound. And Ryan looks like she's going to pick up her 4th foul here with just less than a minute gone here in the third quarter. So quickly Ryan will go to the bench, and number 23, Gabrielle Rowell will come in and take her spot. And Sample gets called for the travel on the inbounds. So there's a turnover by the Cougars, creates a good opportunity for the Eagles to stretch that lead. Inside for Anderson, kicks it back out for Kelly. Kelly reverses it all the way over for Gwinnett. Gwinnett drives, puts a shot up, gets blocked, and Rowell's going to get called for the foul underneath. So Rowell with a good rebound there, and Rowell's going to get called for the foul. That's going to be 4 on her. So Coach Doom is finding a couple of his players in a little bit of foul trouble. There's a shot won't fall, and it's boxed out nicely there by Rowell, but she stumbles on the rebound and drops the ball. So Eagles will have another opportunity at their end. That one gets swatted out of bounds. Comes out for Kelly. Kelly tries to get it inside, but the entry pass is knocked away, and the Cougars come away with a steal. So Cougars desperate for a little something in the scoring column here. There's Sample on the drive, but she kicks it out for Rowell. Rowell settles in and drops down a 2. So Shaylin Rowell with 8 points to lead the Cougar attack. Cut their deficit to 5. Need to get a stop here and get the ball back. Here's Gwinnett. That one's way off the mark. Sample with the rebound, pushes it up for Peyton. Peyton Sample has it, gives it off for Emily. Emily into the lane, puts up the runner, bounces around and won't fall. Kelly with the rebound. I'm sorry, that was Rowell with the rebound. Kelly is doubled there, but gets it over for Barcombe. Barcombe gets it across the timeline, sends it up for Anderson. Anderson back out for Kelly. The Eagles settle down just a little bit. Here's Kelly for 3. That one's a little bit too long, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Eagles come up empty on that trip, and the Cougars will take over with just under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Here's Sample. Here's Carter inside, back out for Peyton Sample. Sample will take the 3. That one's short. She gets her own rebound, comes into the paint, and that one goes up. Carter can't finish on the chip shot. Coach Dumas wants a foul on that one, but he's not going to get the call here. Here's Gwinnett with a 3-pointer that's short. Rabideau with the rebound. And the Cougars push the ball up the court. Rabideau still has it. Gives it out for Peyton Sample. Looking to set up for the offense. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Sample kicks it out for Emily Sample. Inside for Carter. Carter squares up, puts up the shot. Off the side of the rim, won't fall. Barcombe gets the rebound, but Emily Sample takes it away from her. Here's Carter from the foul line. That one is short, but won't roll in. But once again, Cougars with the offensive rebound. So 3 for $1 here. And Carter this time is going to get called for the travel. So they do turn the ball over after a couple of shots at the rim. But the ball will get turned over. Here's the Cougars with the full court pressure, which has been pretty much happening all game long on both ends of the floor to make this action end to end. This one gets sent in, trying to get it inside for Rowell, but it gets not swatted out of bounds by Rowell, and Eagles will have the ball under their own basket. Carter swats that one away. Sample comes away with the loose ball, comes down on a 1-on-2, gives it off for Peyton Sample. It gets blocked there by Anderson, and Sample touched it on the way out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover. A good, nice play there by the 2 Sample girls, but the length of the Eagles played some good defense there. Here's Barcombe with the ball. She brings it up, gives it off for Kelly. Kelly has it. Neither team has scored here in the last couple minutes. Gwinnett has it. And that one gets knocked away by Rao. There's a good long pass up for Rabideau. Rabideau will finish on the other end and takes an elbow in the face. Here's Kelly, gets it up for Gwinnett. And that ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. So Cougars on a little run of their own here. And Coach Dumas will go to the bench. Emily Sample will sit. Sierra Gagno checks into the contest. And the Cougars bring the ball up, seeing if they can't trim this to a 1-point deficit or better. But that 3-point effort won't fall for Rao. She gets stuck and the ball gets tied up. We'll go over to the Eagles on the alternating possession. 3 minutes and 37 seconds to play here in the third quarter. The crowd is certainly getting their money's worth at this game because it's been action all the way. There's Gwinnett, tries to drive, but gives it off for Rao. There's Barcombe. Would have been a double dribble in my book, but Alicia Barcombe connects on her first 2 points of the contest to push the lead back up to 5 for the Eagles. There's Sample inside for Carter. That one gets partially deflected. Ball is on the floor and it gets kicked out. And it looks like it's going to stay with the Cougars. We got a sub coming in here is Kenna Gwinnett checks back into the contest. Grace Kelly will get the rest. Here's Rao. Gives it back out for Rabideau. Rabideau inside for Rao. Rao with some looks like we're going to have a foul on the play. Kenna Gwinnett is going to get called for pushing her out of bounds. Rabideau inbounds it to Gagno. Gagno tries to feed it in for Carter, but the ball gets kicked and Cougars will again inbound. Inside for Carter, she kicks it back out, and we got another foul on the another whistle on the play. This one's going to go against Courtney Gwinnett. It's going to be 3 team fouls on the Eagles here with 2.5 minutes to go here. There's Carter with a good strong move to the hoop. It won't fall. Rabideau open for the shot. That one's short. And it's saved there by Rabideau, but goes right to Emily Anderson. And the Eagles will bring the ball up the court. Gwinnett tries to get it inside, but looks like Rao's going to get. Looks like I'm not sure who that foul was on. That's on Shaylin Rao. It's going to be her second foul. Here's Anderson on the inbound. Gwinnett to the other. Gwinnett. She drives, puts a shot up, and that one drops. So Kenna Gwinnett with 9 points. Has done a pretty good job of keeping the Eagles in it with their leading scorer on the bench. Sample's shot won't fall. Carter with a nice offensive rebound, and she gets fouled on her way up, so she'll be at the line to shoot 2. That one's going to go against Emily Anderson, and that's 2 on her. So Carter will be at the line to shoot 2 as the Cougars trail by 7. First one is on its way. And that's good. Both teams sub. For the Eagles, we've got Christine McKinley, Grace Kelly, and Tori Barrett. And on the Cougar side, Emily Sample has come back into the contest. Carter's second one is up, and that one looks like it's a little bit too strong. Emily Sample, a good heads-up rebound there. Sends it back out for Rabideau. Rabideau gives it for Gagno's shot gets blocked. Carter is triple teamed underneath there, and we got a foul on the play. Looks like Anderson's going to pick up her third, and the Cougars will again inbound under their own basket with under 2 minutes to play. That is the fifth team foul on the Cougars. I'm sorry, on the Eagles. And this time Anderson blocks Carter's attempt, and the ball goes out of bounds. So the Eagles will have it with a 6-point advantage and the ball here with 1:44 to play here in the third quarter. Here's Kelly, gets it up for Gwinnett. Gwinnett drives the lane, should have been a travel. And this time, Cougars inbound. Give it up for Rabideau. Rabideau brings it up. Takes it into the lane, puts the shot up, gets partially blocked by Barrett. And Eagles get the ball over the timeline, and looks like they want to see what they can do about setting up their offense. And there's a nice defensive play there by Carter. She picks up the loose ball, gives it up for Sample. Sample takes it in, left-handed, won't fall. Anderson with the rebound, and there's a frustration foul right there as Taylor Rabideau will pick up the foul, and that'll actually be 3 team fouls on the Cougars. Neither team in the bonus at this point. Once again, Cougars in the full court pressure. And Sample steals the ball, gives it off for Peyton. Sample up for Gagno. Gagno over for Rabideau. Rabideau puts up a shot. It rolls off the front of the rim and won't fall. Carter with an offensive rebound and can't finish on it, but ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. The Cougars will again inbound under their own basket. And that one gets swatted out of bounds, so we'll do it all over again. 46 ticks left in this quarter. Inside for Carter. Carter turns around, gets the ball blocked there by Anderson, and a nice move by Emily Sample to save that. And once again, the Cougars with another opportunity with the out-of-bounds play.
Get on her, Thor. Get on her.
Gagno has it in for Sample. Sample gives it off for Carter. Carter puts it in the lane. It won't fall. And Kelly comes away with the loose ball. In about a 6 or 7 second shot clock differential, so the Eagles will have to take a shot here. Barrett loses the handle, and Gagno comes away with it. Now the Cougars with an opportunity to get the final shot. As Gagno has it, dribbles the lane, gives it off for Carter. Carter turns around and finally knocks one down. The first points here of the second half, and we only got about 4 seconds to go. And the clock expires, so after 3 quarters of play here at Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Eagles with a 4-point lead, 34-30. Fourth quarter action coming your way. Cougars with the ball, trailing by 4. Shannon Ryan back in the contest for the Eagles. Here's Carter. She turns around, and I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, they turn the ball over, and the Eagles have it. Here's Kelly. Kelly sends it cross court. It's stolen by Rao. Rao's going to take it to the rack and draw the foul. Not sure why she would be objecting to that, as the player went crashing to the floor. Anyway, that's going to be 4 on Anderson, so both of Coach Waters' bigs in the pretty serious foul trouble here as Shaylin Rao will be at the line to shoot too in the early going here of the fourth quarter. Second one on its way, and that one's good. 10 points for Shaylin Rao, who's had a pretty good game on the offensive end of things, and there's a nice defensive play by Rao. She takes it into the Peyton Sample, gets a little bit out of control there, and gets called for the travel. Here's Gwinnett. I'm sorry, that was McKinley. She dribbles it off of her foot, out of bounds. So one good turnover deserves another, and both teams turning the ball over here early on in this fourth quarter. So we got a 2-point game on our hands here. The Cougars with the ball and a chance to tie or take the lead with the 3. Here's Carter, out for Gagnon. Gagnon with an open look. That one's short. Comes into the corner, and we'll go over to the Eagles. Alicia Barcombe checks back into the contest. McKinley will get the rest. Steal on the inbound pass. Rao drives the lane, puts the shot up, that won't fall. Sample gets the rebound. Here's Rabideau. She drives, puts one up, but it gets blocked by Ryan. Gwinnett takes the lane, puts the runner up, drops it in. 11 points for Kenna Gwinnett. She's having a pretty good game as she breaks into double digits. Here's Rabideau, off for Gagnon. Gagnon once again for 3. That one rims in and out. No white shirts underneath for the rebounders. And there's Gwinnett with a wide open look. Not sure why. Going to leave her open like that, but she's going to take that all day long as the Eagles now have pushed their lead up to 7 points with a couple of good trips down. Here's a good takeaway, and they only have an opportunity to extend this run. Once again, not sure why they would not work on putting a body on that, but anyway, they look out there as Gwinnett doesn't connect on that 3-point attempt. Here's Gagnon with a good drive, but just can't finish. Anderson with the rebound. Here's Barcombe. She drives the lane, puts the shot up a little bit too strong, and that one's saved there by Rao. Puts it in the middle, but Cougars with an opportunity here. And Rabideau simply dribbles the ball out of bounds, so another turnover. Gives the ball over to the Eagles. Get it over for Barcombe. Barcombe lobs one in for Anderson. Anderson takes a couple of extra steps and then can't control the ball on the inside. Put up the shot, got her own rebound, but unable to go from there. Here's Carter. That one gets blocked. Ryan with at least 10 blocks at this point. That shot goes up and drops in. So Kayla Carter looks like she's going to pick up her 4th foul, and Shannon Ryan drops in her 17th point, but only the first here of the second half. And after the timeout, we got a
got to go on some kind of a run here in the next couple minutes to make it a game. Otherwise, it's going to get a little out of hand, I think. 9 points is...
Went from 2 points to 9 points pretty quick.
Yeah, it sure did.
Okay, out of the timeout, Ryan at the line to shoot 2. First one, oh. I guess, no, she didn't make that. It was a 3-point play, so she only had the 1 foul shot in the... Eagles have pushed the lead up to 10 here in a pretty quick order. Here's Carter, kicks it back out for Rabideau. Rabideau turns around, puts a shot up that won't fall. Ryan with another rebound. And give it up for Kelly. Barcombe brings it across the line. Here's Gwinnett. Inside for Ryan. And looks like we're going to get a foul away from the before the shot. And I believe that's going to be all for Kayla Carter. That's going to be 5 on her. So Carter's been eliminated from the contest here with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. So she goes to the bench. Christina Paola will check in to take over. Here's Ryan on the inbound pass, gives it for Anderson. And we got a foul here. And looks like Shaylin Rao is going to pick up that foul. I think it's going to be 3 on her if I'm not mistaken. 16 fouls on each player. Next foul will be with each player, each team in the bonus. Sample picks up this errant inbound pass, so Cougars with an opportunity here. We got to get something going here because 3.5 minutes to go. Need to get on some kind of a run to get themselves back in this contest. And it looks like the Eagles are going to get called for a foul. Should put somebody on the line to shoot. Looks like Shaylin Rao is going to be on the line to shoot 1-1 for the Cougars. And Rao makes the first. So second one on its way. And that one rattles in. Cougars pick up the pressure here. And that one gets swatted away and almost stolen there by Peyton Sample, but can't hang on to it. That's a good defensive play there by Rao. As Ryan felt the pressure, tried to dish it off to Anderson, and Rao got her hand on and knocked it out of bounds. So the Eagles will inbound. Here's Kelly. And she's going to get called for a backcourt violation. No call on the play. Coach Waters wanted the call there, but it seemed like he's going to get it. And we got a 3-second violation here against the Cougars. So the Eagles with the ball on the turnover. 3:08 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point ball game. Barcombe has it. Sample comes back, but she's going to get called for the foul. So Alicia Barcombe will now be at the line to shoot 1-1. So Barcombe at the shot line, makes the first. And the second one on its way to give their team an opportunity to push that lead back up to 10. Sample inside for Rao. Rao kicks it out for Paola. Paola puts the air ball up. Ryan with a rebound. And that was a giveaway there, so Rabidou has it on the steal. But then Kelly steals it right back, and there's another frustration foul. And that'll put Kelly at the line to shoot 1 and 1. So. Emily Sample comes back into the contest. Paola will sit. Grace Kelly at the line to shoot 1 and 1, 2:42 showing on the clock. And she misses the front end of that one, and the Cougars get the rebound with an opportunity here. They need to start knocking some shots down here if we hope to make a contest out of this. Gagnon has it now. Inside for Rao. Rao kicks it out for Sample. Here's Gagnon. Sample brings it in the lane. That one rims in and out. So the good work there by the Cougars to find themselves a halfway decent shot, but Sample can't finish on it. There's a good steal by Gagnon, but the ball comes back to the Eagles. That one's lobbed inside for Ryan. Ryan kisses that one high off the glass and pushes her up to 20 points here and pushes the Eagle lead up to 12. Their Sample, that one won't fall. The Cougars just cold shooting here in the second half have really been their undoing. No real lack of defense, but the Cougars just not able to create any offense here, especially here in the fourth quarter. So in 1:43 showing on the clock, we get a timeout on the floor. All right, out of the timeout, Cougars with the ball. Needing to get something going here. Here's Gagnon again. It's the way the shooting's been here in the second half. There's a nice steal by Sample. Gives it off for Peyton Sample. Pulls the ball out. Here's Rabidou, puts up the shot. It won't fall. Good work there by the Cougars. Ball's on the floor and it gets tied up. But it will go over to the Eagles on the alternating possession. So minute 15 showing on the clock.
Just good passes, good solid passes. Patient.
That one comes up for Ryan at midcourt. She's guarded there. Anderson has it. There's a lob inside for Kelly. Kelly with the reverse layup, and she knocks that one in. First points for Grace Kelly since the first half. Here's Rao. She turns around, and that one won't fall. There's a rebound by by Emily Sample, blocked by Emily Anderson. So between Anderson and Ryan, probably a good dozen block shots in this game have certainly been the difference on the defensive end. There's a nice drive by Emily Sample, and she knocks one in. But the lead is 12 with just 37 seconds to go here in the game. So the Eagles get the ball up, and there's a foul. And that will put Barcombe at the line to shoot 1 and 1. With an even 30 ticks left on the clock here, and the Eagles up by a 12-point margin. And that one's up. It won't fall, but Anderson with the rebound, and Barcombe gets another shot at it. And Cougars are just kind of standing around, and Alicia Barcombe says, if you guys aren't going to take it, I'll take it. So after a third try, she finally knocks down a deuce. This one goes inside for Rao. Rao is double teamed there. Ball hits the deck. Gwinnett comes up with the rebound, and there's another foul. So the last 40 seconds of this game, or 10 seconds of this game, will take quite a little while now, as the Kenna Gwinnett will be at the line to. Looks like she'll be shooting 2 as the Cougars are over the limit. First one misses. Tori Barrett comes into the contest. Alicia Barcombe will sit. And next one is away. And that one's good. 15 points for Kenna Gwinnett here to put in a pretty good offensive performance for Coach Waters. And the clock sounds. So hard-fought game here between the Eagles of Beekmantown and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. And the Eagles come away with a 51-36 victory. So that's the way it was from beautiful downtown Champlain, New York on this Friday evening, January 10th, 2014, excuse me. Thank you for watching Hometown Cable, television worth your support.